Hello, my loves. It's Dina here. No fear, just flow. Where's your faith in God? Are you walking like Jesus? Are you being Christ-like? Do you have Christ consciousness? Or are you living in fear? I feel like we have fractioned off into two different places. We have people that are excited about the things that are coming to light, and we have people that are frightened about what's happening in the world right now. And I would say that most people have lost their faith in God. Most people have forgotten who's in charge. I was raised an atheist my whole life. And so I never had God in my life. And it took me a long time to realize that that was a mistake, that a lot of the traumas, a lot of the bad things that happened to me in my life weren't because I was doomed, weren't because I just was a person that had a lot of trauma. It was because I had no faith. Because I didn't talk to God. I didn't let God lead me. I let the devil in, and I let Satan make the calls in my life because I lived a life of fear. And so I'm wondering, for those of you that were raised with God, have you forgotten? Have you forgotten what he says? That not one moment of fear can change a life? Like, I don't quote the Bible well, but I understand the gist of it. That we're supposed to love our brothers and our sisters and our neighbors, and we're supposed to do unto others as we would want done unto ourselves. And I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't care if you believe that you are for the people, or if you believe that you are for the government, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter who you voted for. It doesn't. We have lost love for one another because we have let them control us. We have let them put fear into us. Who is them? The people that own this country. The people that make all the calls. The people that are poisoning us on every level, on levels that we don't even comprehend. The people that have fractionated us and caused so much friction between us that we don't even know who to trust anymore. The people that have taken us from God. God is in control. God is the one that's watching over us, and he is sorely disappointed in most of us. Most of us don't even ask for his help anymore. Most of us believe that we're in control. Most of us are living in fear, and we have forgotten. And so I'm asking you, if you've had God in your heart your whole life, what are you afraid of? Don't you trust him? Don't you know that he's in control? Isn't it time to start praying? Isn't it time to go back to loving one another and not being fearful, not being afraid of what's about to happen? If we love each other through all of this, if we talk to God, then surely we can make a change. Surely we can see a better future. Surely we can raise children that aren't afraid. Our children are afraid. They're watching us. They don't know how to love. They don't know how to just be in this world and know that everything's going to be okay. We've created such turmoil within ourselves. I've been sick the last couple weeks, and so I haven't been filming, and I've been spending a lot more time on social media, and I see what's going on. There's a lot that's coming to light, and although I'm excited about that, I also know that it's creating a lot of fear and chaos, and that part I'm not excited about. And so I've decided, like, I need to get back to the basics. I need to get back to my prayers. I need to get back to my higher state of being. Because once you get to a higher state of being, nothing can bother you. That's the truth. It is. Like, there is so much in the Bible that's important to know, right? Like, one of the most joyful parts of the Bible was written in prison, when somebody was in prison. And not one moment of fear can create a happy life. Like, it's not going to do us any good. Not one moment of worry. Like, God doesn't want us to worry. He wants us to pour into him, you know? And the more of us that do that, the more that we raise the vibration. That's what the plan is right now. That's the choice you have. One person can create so much joy in others' lives. Light roots out darkness, not more darkness. Like, we had all these beautiful people before us: John Lennon, Martin Luther King, JFK, Robert Jr., or Robert Kennedy. Like, all these people that were trying to teach us to be the light and to be peaceful, and they took them from us. They did. Because they don't want us to be happy. They want us to be in fear. So are you playing into the rhetoric of fear? When is the last time you really thought about your relationship with God? When was the last time you really poured into Him and asked Him to show you miracles? When was the last time you chose to live in faith and not fear? There's not many of us out there that are doing that. I'm choosing to live in faith. I'm choosing not to be fearful, not because I have it all figured out. I say that all the time, but because God has it figured out. And the more that I flow in my faith and have no fear, the more that good things show up. We are living in beautiful times. We have to see that. We have to see that. We cannot fall into this satanic darkness of hating one another, of not seeing the light anymore. So I implore you, if you love God, then talk to God. If you follow Jesus, then walk like Jesus. Now is the time. It's now. Now is the time. There's never been a more important time to love God and to walk like Jesus. And if you think walking like Jesus is getting on and screaming about and being angry and being fearful, that's not the road. That's not the right road, people. I don't care if you think you're right. I don't care if you think that you know what's going on. God knows what's going on. God is who you need to talk to. That's it. So set aside your anger. Set aside your fear. And remember that those come from Satan. And get back into that loving, nurturing place that you are. Everyone needs love, even the people that you can't stand, even the people that you think are creating some kind of utopia. Like, everyone needs love. So if you're coming from a place of anger and fear, check it at the door. Check yourself. You need to check yourself. Don't tell me that you're a follower of Christ when you're angry. Don't tell me that you love God and that you have faith in Him when you're living in fear. We can change things. We can, but not through anger and not through hatred. We can change it through love and light. That's how we change it. Let's jump on this Jesus train. Let's get this Christ consciousness going. And let's get back to a place where we are living on heaven on earth. That's the goal. You are loved. You are God's child. Talk to Him. He wants to hear from you.